What's going on, everybody? Eastern Shore Yu-Gi-Oh! Here with another deck profile. This time we have...
Kyle Talent.
He is playing...
Snake Race.
Snake Race, oh gosh. He has taken it to the past two locals, has done extremely well with it, so we wanted to bring him here on the channel and get a deck profile. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to him.
Yep. Went to the past two locals. They were just small, two, 3-round tournaments. I played Hurley. What was it? Hurley, Snake Eyes, Exo Sister, Snake Eyes Fire King, two Snake Eyes Fire King, and a Cash player.
So decent competition, decent power decks there.
Oh, and I messed up the one. It was Josh. I played Josh's Goblins. Yeah. But nope. I love the deck. It's 44 cards, and I'll just start getting into it. Play three of the best little boy ever collector rares. They're heavier. They find your way in your hand. It's crazy. We still play this at 3, even though there's multiple level 1 fires. I just wanted my ratio for, like, searching for Rescue Ace cards is completely different than searching for Snake Eyes cards, because you get hit once, it's whatever. The Snake Eyes stuff, you could just, like, keep tumbling. Snake Eyes is more like a snowball. This isn't. So, wanted to play this at a higher count than the others. Played 2 turb. Thought about playing this at 1, was like, yeah, nah, he's got to stay at 2. If Turbulence resolves, you can kind of just win the game. If it resolves more than once, you're probably winning the game. Played 2 Preventer. I have no idea where my other Italian one is. It's kind of pissing me off. But, yep. Overall good. This is never going to be thought of as a one-of ever. It is recursion. It books. It's a body. It's everything and anything you'd ever want. Then we played 1 Airlifter, obviously, Konami. Put this to 2 and put Emergency to 1. Do what you had to do the first time. I need this guy back so I can put Dweller back in. As the spells are pretty usual. 3 Emergency. Emergencia. People forgetting that you can banish this from your graveyard to reset the traps is great. We played the 1 field spell, Rescue, Alert, and then we played Contain Extinguish. This is the same spell and trap lineup as like most play. Like I was like, do I want to change any of this? Like, I thought were like Emergency to 2 maybe, but I was like, nah, there's no point to do it. So I wanted to keep this as strong. 3 Blackwitch. After playtesting, shout out Jay for playtesting all the time with me. The thought process of maybe putting this to 2, maybe even if 1 was there, but I needed to be able to put bodies on board the whole time. Like, basically in this format, to control the state of the game, you need to just keep having a body on board no matter what. So I was like, I'm going to play this at 3, and I'm like, you know what? I've played this at 3 when it came out, and I'm going to stick to it. I like it. We only play 1 Flamberge, and we played 2 Ash, 1 Poplar, 1 Oak, and that's it. That's it for Snake Eyes stuff. The reason why is because when you get into the actual combo line, all the Snake Eye stuff just allows your opponent to play into all the hand traps you need them to play in, especially nib. If they nib you and you still have the Black Witch and everything that you haven't even put on field yet, if you continue to open to whatever that is, you just win, because having 2 to 3 bodies on board with a set 4, people can't play through that, like, at all. 3 Wanted. Also, shout out Elliot from Eastern Shore YGO for letting me borrow the Wanted package after I sold mine, and I was like, decided to play Voiceless and was like, yeah, that's not it. So
Wonder what the next card is.
That's crazy. 3 Wanted standard. You got to 2 Bonfire. We don't play 3 because we wanted to see more rescues than we did Snake Eyes, but you still wanted the little bridge between, so this is what I decided to do, and I've loved it. There's not been a thing where I'm like, oh, I want to get rid of this card or I want to put this to 3. I think it's perfectly fine, and we play the 1 Simple Spoils. It's just good. Like, it really good.
It's good.
Hand traps, we play 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Emperor. So we only play 12 hand traps, and the reason being is because these 4 hand traps are just it's just the basic generic. Like most people are like, oh, you got to play 15 to 18 hand traps. Most of them are just in my side. So with the deck style that I have, I want both engines to have a possibility of being played. So instead of utilizing all the hand traps, I decided to just do 12 hand traps, and then 2 non-engine are tactics. This card wins games. I played an Exosister player, and I sided one of these out actually, but I was like, maybe I should just keep one in, and I drew it. Played through everything, and I just went tactics, take Magnifica, and I won the game because they lose if you take their Magnifica. So that does it for the main deck. It was 44 cards. Extra deck, pretty simple. 1 Typhon.
Card's good.
I used to not play this. And then I realized
You were pretty adamant about it too.
I was like, oh, I'm not gonna play this. And then the amount of games I've won because this card is so dumb. But it's really good. Generic. Again, does your opponent play the game? Cool. You might as well play that card. The 1 Baron. It's the only synchro card I play in this whole thing. I am so happy I decided to play it because it has come up way too many times. Whether it's I've used Blackwitch and Ash or Turbulence and Valor, like it comes up. Everything else is pretty generic to every other list. 1 Lingribo. I play the Phoenix instead of like Sunlight Wolf because the recursion's nice, but like I need removal. Removal's issue. Hida, Dark, IP, SP, Princess. I love this card and hate it so much. The amount of times where I've had to like summon it out to proc just to get the removal, and it's like, oh cool, I have an Ibn hand, and it's completely dead now. Celine, access code. So I play all the Link 4s. So I play access code. I play Apo, Ambler Whale, Raging Phoenix, and Zelantis. The reason why we played such a heavy Link 4 package is because the Snake Eyes package is mainly like going into these guys, while Rescue Ace has always been these guys. So, here, I'll just get these out of the way. Yeah, so this is basically Rescue Ace line stuff. This is basically Snake Eyes line stuff. But there was when I was playing against an Unchained player, I actually was able to Zelantis climb all the way, and it was like this Princess and Ambler Whale, or no, it was this Raging Phoenix and Ambler Whale. Battled, they popped everything I had with the U-Ball stuff, but left 1 card on field. I think it was Princess, and I was still able to climb all the way back up. I sent my own, or popped my own Princess, and just climbed all the way back up to access code. It was kind of nutty, but yeah, that was the extra deck. Side deck. Shout out Anti-Spell. That's my boy. Played double Anti-Spell because we don't really play that many spells, and the spells we do, we are setting, so it doesn't matter. And putting a floodgate's crazy. We played 1 Duster, double Cosmic. I wanted to play 3 Cosmic. I just don't know where my 3rd Cosmic is. Don't know why. Triple Ghost Spell, or double Ghost Spell in this list. Double Mourner, 3 Spooky, and 3 Lancia. These cards are like my staple cards. Like I've always played these cards. Like if I can play this, but in every list I've ever played, I've played this because shutting down banishing, like almost everything now, every mechanic that comes out has a form of banishing, and just shutting down a mechanic and like killing a prosperity or playing cash or shout out my brother, you're playing Runic and not knowing that you can't activate. Love you, homie. But yeah, no, this is I love this card. These are specifically for time. Your opponent doesn't want to play the game. Cool, you lose 4k life, but now they just end their turn on nothing, and then you just OTK them, and then obviously Valor, but burn, and then Ghost Bell for obvious reasons. But yeah, that was the whatchamacallit. That was the list. 44 cards, 15 and 15, 6-0 currently. We'll see how that goes by the end of the night. But yeah, had a lot of fun. I think it's the Fire King and the Snake Eyes versions are really good, but I feel like people just pay attention way too much and off 1 bonfire. So with 1 bonfire, you grab Ash. Where the heck's that bonfire at? I know it's over here somewhere. So 1 bonfire. You can give yourself any number of cards in your hand. You go bonfire, you go ash. Your ash is grabbing a poplar.
So here.
Where it at? I can't look upside down to save my life.
This is in your action, right? Let's say you do all your stuff in your right? This is in your action.
Does my poplar just not exist?
I mean, it is a one of.
It is a 1 of in the list. It's crazy.
And then you get this monster.
Jesus, there you are. I went by it like 3 times. Yeah, you just bonfire. You bonfire. Start. It always seems bad. So like, this was another thing. So like, if you watch a lot of the YCSs, they talk about they're like, oh, if you start with bonfire, it's bad. So like, they'll let it happen, and 95% of the time, like if they don't have anything, which obviously everyone hopes for, no one has anything. You ash grab, poplar, you special the poplar, and then poplar grabs you the spell. Now you have 4 unknown cards in your hand still. So we can just give ourselves 4 unknown cards. That's extremely good. You link 1 for Lingribo. Then you put him in the spell and trap card zone. You send these 2 to the graveyard to special the Oak. Oak's gonna come back and grab you the Ash. Now you've summoned 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and on your 5th summon, you just send these 2. You summon the Flamberge from your deck. Where you at?
And take the whole board.
So at this point, like, you're 100% nibbable, but now you have 2 names engraved. So like, your opponent doesn't want to ever nib you here. So it's like, okay, what am I gonna do to make this a lot more consistent and better? You just play this, and then send the Ash to the graveyard, and special Hydra from your hand, and then Hydrant effect. We have a Turbulence, Consurge Preventer. Now I'm like, oh no, what do you want to do here when you have 3 names in hand and 2 hand traps? You just link these off for IP. You trigger Flamberge. You actually want, in this case, because of this hand, you want this in hand. Also, a lot of people are like, oh, like the simple, like regular combo, Flamberge, you always have 2 fires in graveyard, so people try to like DD Crow or whatever, one of them if they don't have the bell. But you have 4 ones engraved now, so it's like, okay, cool, whatever. You revive any 2 you want. You just revive this, as long as you're keeping your errors clear. You special summon the Preventer, getting rid of the Hydrant. And now you link these 3 off for Princess. This will grab your Hydrant back. This just grabs Flamberge and smacks your IP in the back row. Then you just link these 4 off of for this for the Ambler Wheel. So that's like the regular Snake Eye stuff. And then now at this point you have the Hydrant and Preventer.
You have the full Rescue Ways combo.
Now you got full Rescue Ways combo. Smack them on, and then you just, for purposes, we're just gonna do this. You just set 4.
We all know what they are at this point.
Yeah, you just set the normal 4. And if and some people like who are main decking like Bestials and stuff who want to get rid of like the IP and the stuff for the target for this. Okay, cool. Say they got that and it's banished. Cool. Now I got a room for a second copy Infirm. I have follow up Valor and then an IP and the Apo for 4 or SP, and then Princess Engrave after all of that. With you just don't play through that.
No, you don't.
So that's why I chose this version of the deck. Stuck with it, and I will continue to stick with it.
I know Rescue Ace has been your deck for a while now too.
I played it before it got support. I played it before it was good, but yeah, that's the list. So
well, congratulations on your 2 back-to-back victories.
I'm 95% sure. I don't remember if Tenpai is coming out before YCS Raleigh.
After.
Right after.
It's the week after.
Right after. Yeah. So this is exactly what I'm probably gonna play. The list might change. Like the extra deck is probably definitely gonna change. I'm just more worried about like. Oh yeah. What's some common? Like I didn't play Crossout at all. Like I didn't. Crossout's good, but it's like
It's
I'm playing a small hand trap count, so I don't really need to play crossout. Like the only reason why crossout would be good in this is if I'm playing a mirror match and I don't need the Snake Eyes engine, I just cross out one of their cards and they have to just struggle with it. So yeah, that's this is the list I played. And hopefully tonight I will still be undefeated. We'll see. There's a lot of back row decks tonight, so
well, appreciate you coming on the channel, and hopefully we'll see you again on here soon.
glad I earned the chance to.
See you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well.